Welcome to Hidden News. Today, we'll explore how a skilled Japanese carpenter builds an amazing wooden house with precision and craftsmanship. First, he carefully selects and clears the land. After measuring the area precisely, he places wooden stakes in position and ties them with string for accuracy. Then he digs the holes and neatly sets the concrete foundation blocks in place. He carefully measures and digs the ground to prepare a strong concrete foundation. Since the entire house will stand on this base, every step is done with precision and care. Each concrete block is firmly placed to create a solid and durable support for the home. He places small stones beneath each concrete block to strengthen the foundation and improve stability. Then the concrete bases are carefully positioned on top, creating a solid and durable support system for the entire structure. Once the concrete blocks are in place, he adds a black moisture barrier on top. This layer helps prevent water and moisture from rising into the wooden structure, protecting the house from rot, mold, and long-term damage. It also improves the durability and lifespan of the foundation. Once the tarp is placed over the concrete blocks, he secures it firmly with nails. He carefully cuts away the carpet to expose the concrete foundation beneath, preparing the base for the construction of the house. He is scattering small stones on the carpet to prevent mud from accumulating and to strengthen the surface. He is carefully coating the wood for protection and durability. The thicker beams will be used to build the main foundation frame that will support the entire house. He is carefully measuring the concrete bases and marking the center points where the wooden pillars will be placed to support the large house structure. He is cutting the thick wooden beams to the exact measurements and securely installing them on top of the concrete foundation. He is taking careful measurements from the 4 installed wooden beams and cutting the thick timber to size, so the side supports can be attached on top. He is placing small wooden supports at each corner of the frame and securing them to the 4 beams with metal fasteners. He is attaching wooden pieces above and below the beam and securing them tightly with nails. He is now completing the center section of the house by installing large wooden beams across the middle of the room and securing additional wood over them for extra support. He is reinforcing the wooden structure by adding double layers of timber along the sides for extra strength and stability. He is covering the strong wooden frame with plywood sheets, creating the floor base on which the wooden house will be built. He is cutting the plywood sheets to the required size and carefully coating the entire surface for protection and durability. He is bringing in 3 large, thick wooden beams and cutting them into 12-foot sections for the house construction. He is putting thick wooden beams around the house and adding thin pieces of wood inside and nailing everything together tightly. Once one side of the room frame is completed, he carefully lifts it up and positions it securely onto the structure. He is now building the wall on the opposite side and carefully securing every nail to make the structure strong and durable. Once the nailing is complete, he lifts and fixes it into place just like the previous section. After completing the two side walls, he begins working on the third wall section. He measures the required wood size, cuts the pieces accurately, secures them firmly with nails, and installs the wall into position. He is completing the fourth wall section and installing it just like the previous three. He is also preparing all the openings where the doors and windows will be placed. He is carefully checking every side to make sure the structure is properly aligned, securely fitted, and strong enough. Once the wall construction is finished, he begins preparing the upper structure by cutting the wood to size and joining smaller pieces together to create longer beams. Once the wood is cut to size, he carries the timber up using a ladder and secures the pieces along the upper sides, preparing the structure for the roof construction. He is installing two long wooden beams through the center of the structure and securing them firmly with metal supports. Carefully cut joints are added to hold the roof framing in place, creating the main support needed for a traditional double-sloped roof design. To build the house porch, he places two concrete bases on both sides and climbs up to take careful measurements for the wooden pillars and beams needed. After measuring, he goes to cut the timber to the required size. He is making small cuts in the wood and removing the pieces carefully to create a groove where the next timber section will be fitted securely. He is placing wooden pillars on top of the two concrete bases and securing them firmly with timber supports, completing the main structure of the porch. He is now building the roof structure, carefully cutting the wood at precise angles to create a traditional double-sloped roof. The beams are being installed evenly and symmetrically to keep the entire structure balanced and aligned. After the roof beams are installed, he adds 4 small support blocks in the center to strengthen the structure and make it more stable. During the double-sloped roof construction, he reinforces each triangular joint by adding small wooden pieces, securing every corner to make the structure stronger and more stable. The wall frames and the roof structure of the house are now fully completed. Every section has been carefully assembled and secured, forming a strong and stable framework that is ready for the next stage of construction. He is cutting the oriented strand boards to match the size of the double-sloped roof and carefully coating each one for protection. Once the coating is complete, the boards will be installed as the roof surface. He is carefully installing the oriented strand boards across the roof structure. After installing the oriented strand boards across the double-sloped roof, he measures and cuts the remaining oriented strand boards to fit perfectly into the unfinished areas. Any excess material is carefully trimmed away for a clean and precise finish. Once the oriented strand boards are fully installed, he coats the thin wooden planks and secures them over the boards. These planks will serve as the base where the metal roof sheets will later be installed. He is preparing corrugated roofing sheets, foam closure strips, screws, and washers to build the corrugated metal roof. He is cutting the corrugated sheets to the required size and trimming away the excess material. He is placing the corrugated metal sheets over the roof and securing them tightly with screws to ensure they remain strong, durable, and resistant to heavy wind and rain. He is tightly securing the corrugated metal sheets on both sides of the double-sloped roof with screws, making the roof stronger, more durable, and resistant to wind and rain. He is carefully installing the ridge sheets along the top of the roof, helping prevent rainwater from leaking inside. He is now installing closure strips beneath the corrugated metal sheets to seal the gaps. This helps block rainwater, dust, insects, and wind from entering through the openings, making the roof more secure and weather-resistant. He is aligning the corrugated sheets with a guide string and securing them tightly with screws for a straight and even installation. He is securing the extended edges of the corrugated metal sheets firmly to the wooden frame to prevent them from lifting during strong winds. He is making a small cut in the center of the corrugated metal sheet and securing it tightly to the wood with screws to prevent it from lifting in strong winds. The house structure and roof construction are now complete, and he is now beginning the lower section work. He is using oriented strand boards for the sidewalls to make the structure stronger and more stable. These boards also provide solid support, improve durability, and help protect the house from wind and weather. He is cutting the board to match the window size and leaving the proper opening before installing it into place. A window will later be added here to allow fresh air and natural light into the house. He is designing the small house with 2 windows and a door to allow fresh air and natural light to flow inside. Since the house is being built deep within a dense forest, proper ventilation is important to handle the strong airflow and create a more comfortable living space. He is measuring the remaining open section and cutting the board to fit perfectly into the space. He is carefully measuring and cutting the boards with precision. He is marking the overlapping section with a ruler and guideline, carefully cutting it to size and fitting the board perfectly into place. He is installing the oriented strand boards across the 3 sides of the room in the same way. After completing those sections, he begins working on the remaining side of the structure. He is installing the remaining oriented strand boards on the unfinished side of the room. After completing the full installation of the boards, he adds a protective layer of white sheet over the entire structure. This helps prevent rainwater from entering the house and protects the boards from moisture damage, ensuring long-term durability. He is carefully fitting everything into place with great attention to detail. This protective layer helps seal the structure from water leakage, prevents moisture damage to the boards, and increases the overall durability of the house. Once the protective sheets are fully installed across the house, he carefully cuts out the marked sections to create openings for the doors and windows. He is also installing the protective sheets inside the house. He is carefully cleaning and cutting the wood, then painting it neatly to prepare it for the window frames of the house. After setting the frame in the correct position, he securely fastens it with nails to ensure it stays firmly in place. He is carefully installing the window frame into the house structure, preparing it for the final window installation. After the window installation is completed, he is cutting and preparing the door frame, which will later be fitted into the designated doorway. This is the first part of the video. If you want the second part, let me know in the comments and I will upload it for you. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and share it with others.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe, so you'll be the first to see our latest videos.